This is 5, go! So today's a big day. I have a doctor's appointment, then I have a meeting, then we're gonna run some errands, and then we have a very, very special thing that we have to do that I'm not gonna tell you about until we do it. Today is Friday. The last time I vlogged was Tuesday. Before I tell you what you missed on Wednesday and Thursday, here is something very special that deserves a little elaboration.
And collaboration.
Okay.
And administration. And multiplication. What else? And a declaration.
Alright, that's, yeah. Shh. I have a surprise for Aaron. Air? Can you come down here? I have a surprise for you.
What?
It's right here.
What is it?
When are you gonna open it?
Is it one of my birthday presents?
No, it's not one of your birthday presents.
A bear onesie? Got a button up. How is it? Why is the crotch all the way down there?
Success. Success. So a little backstory to what that was. For those of you who don't know, I call Aaron the sweet bear. Sweet bear. And so she came to me with this idea a while ago of getting onesie pajamas. She calls me, I call her Air Bear, Sweet Bear, Sweet Bear. And she calls me John the Swan. And so we got this idea, she got this idea a while ago to do onesie pajamas while we're on tour to drive when we have to drive late into the night. And I would get a swan onesie and she would get a bear onesie. So I ordered myself an owl onesie, which was like the closest thing I could find, and I got her that bear one. My swan one should come soon. Alright, and here's what you missed on Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday we basically spent the whole day unpacking. Then we got dinner with some friends. Thursday I caught up on a bunch of work, then met up with my sister for milkshakes. Alright, done with the doctor's appointment. Headed to the meeting. We just finished up our meeting, and now we're here for the special errand.
Fine.
You know, it's just been so long since I've been able to rock out and sing at the top of my lungs in a car while driving. Probably been since high school, actually. So I think it's time for a very overdue, much needed car dance montage. Shut up and dance with me. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Oh, my face! I can't feel my face! So I'm like afraid to drive the car above like 45 miles an hour. The speed limit is 55 where I'm driving right now, but I'm like terrified to like open it up because I don't want to crash it. Hey everybody. So I thought that for today's tour section of the vlog that I would answer questions that you all asked me on Twitter about the tour. And since today we got a new car, and I'm obsessed with it, and I don't want to wake Erin from her nap, I'm going to answer the questions from the car. Before we start, one quick thing I want to make very clear about this car before everyone starts freaking out in the comments. This car is the same car that we're going to use while we're on tour, but we did not use any Kickstarter funds in order to buy the car. This car was bought with our own money, so I don't want you all thinking like, oh, I gave you money for your Kickstarter so you could buy yourself and your wife a car. That's ridiculous. No, don't worry, don't get all over me about it. This car was bought with our own money. We're going to be using it on tour, but it was strictly us, not Kickstarter. I promise you that. I would not do that to you. Speaking of the Kickstarter, one of the first questions I got was, I still haven't received my Kickstarter reward. When is it coming? That's a great question. The Kickstarter rewards, for the most part, are almost all sent out except for the calligraphy quotes. And obviously anything that has to do with the show, like a VIP seat or anything like that. But the calligraphy quote, the Who You Are calligraphy quote, that should be coming any day now. We shipped it here, and it should be coming literally any day. And trust me, they are worth the wait. They're going to be beautiful. So we're hoping to ship those out before we leave for the tour. So I would imagine you would get that anytime in the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on where you live. The next question is, there will be time for pictures and talking and whatnot afterwards, right? Absolutely. At every show, pretty much every show, I've tried to leave time after the show is over for some Q&A with me on stage with the audience, but then also for a lot of meet and greet to take some photos, take some selfies, and do that whole thing. That's one of the huge reasons that I wanted to go on this tour, was so that I could actually meet all of you who are watching the videos. So please, if you come to the tour, after the show, please come and see me. Come down, shake my hand, give me a hug, let's take a picture together. I'd love to meet you, know your name, and connect with you in person. The next question is, how do I reserve tickets for the tour? This is a bit tricky. The shows are completely free. There's one show, our Sacramento show has a very, very small, like $3 cover charge to get in the door. Every other show is completely free. And with the exception of, I believe, one show, the Orlando show, there are no tickets either. This tour is first come, first served, free event. But all of that information, as far as, you know, if there's a cover charge for Sacramento or any other show, or if you can get tickets, all of that information you can find at the link below. There are 2 links and 2 websites where you can find information on the tour. That's found below. Next question. I live in Chattanooga. Why aren't you coming to Tennessee? Can you still come? Okay, so I've said this a couple times, but I want to make it clear once again. Unfortunately, the fall tour, meaning October, is all totally booked up right now. However, I do still have plenty of availability in November and December. So if you're interested in bringing me down to your church or school or event, wherever it is, Chattanooga or otherwise, you can click the link below. It says, it's labeled John Speaking, and you can fill out that form, and I will make sure that I get back to you and do my best to find a time for me or me and Aaron to come down and speak, and to even do the tour show at your church if you would like. Last question. Which spoken word are you most excited to do? That's tough. There's, as I mentioned before, there are 3 brand new spoken words, never before heard by anyone except for myself and Aaron, that are going to appear in the show. And there's one in particular that's called It's Gotta Stop Somewhere that I'm really, really excited about, specifically because spoken words often will take a long time for me to write. Oftentimes they take days, you know, of brainstorming and then actually sitting down to write the thing out and then editing and all of those things. But this spoken word, it just sort of like flowed out of me in about 15 minutes. And I haven't edited it all. And I think it's pretty good. I hope it's pretty good, but I'm really excited because it's a bit of a different piece than I've done on the channel before. So if you're in one of the towns that we're going to for the tour and you're not planning on coming, change your plans. That's all I have to say, because it's I'm getting really excited. I'm getting really nervous, but also very excited. This is a bigger project than I have ever tried to launch before in my life, and it's been one of the most daunting, most nerve-wracking tasks, but it's also been, I feel more alive and more energized and more inspired to get out of bed every day than I have maybe in my entire life. So I would love for you to come join us on the tour. This is not like an advertisement. Maybe it kind of is, but yeah. that's all the questions for the tour today. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. My email's below, or just reach out to me on Twitter, and I'll make sure to answer you. That's all. I love you guys.